Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. It is a very nice sunny day out here, and I thought what a great time to do something I've been debating doing for a while now, and that is removing the V6 badge from the rear of my Tacoma. You know, I'm not a big badge guy. You know, typically I remove all the badging from all my vehicles. I haven't done so on this truck because I kind of like the blacked out theme, if you will. On the sides we have the blacked out Tacoma badging here, which I kind of like. So I've left that on, and I think I'm going to leave it on at least for a while yet. But this V6 badge on the back, it has to go. I think it just clutters up the back of the truck, you know? We don't need to know it's a V6. I don't care if anybody knows if it's a V6 or not, to be quite honest. So I'm going to pull that off just to clean up the back a little bit. I just think it would make it look a little bit better. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And it's pretty easy, really, especially when you have bright sunny skies like this. And the reason I say that is because when you have bright sunny skies, the sun kind of heats up the adhesive on the back of these badges. And if it's really hot out, you can pretty much pull that thing off almost just with your fingernail, and then clean the adhesive up, if you even have to, that's left on the truck. So I've had this sitting out here in the sun at least for probably 20 minutes or so. And it is warm to the touch already. Now, one other thing I'll be curious to see on this is, are these overlays? You know, my thinking is they're full plastic badges, but a lot of folks have mentioned in a couple of my other videos that they are overlays. So we're going to find out. They may be, I don't know. So what do you need? Well, you need some kind of backed, or cloth rather, or something. A lot of people use fishing line. I've tried using fishing line before and floss, but it always breaks and it's real hard on the fingers, you know, when you're trying to pull through the adhesive. So I just use a real thin cloth. You know, you get a real thin edge like this, and you can get that behind, and it's strong enough that it doesn't break, but it's also not abrasive, so it'll pull right through the adhesive. I've done it several times this way, and this happens to be a handkerchief, which works really well, by the way. So we're going to use that today. And then next, if it's not warm enough out to do it, you know, with just the sun heating up the badges, a hairdryer. This works really well, and you can do it all year round with this as long as you're, you know, in a garage or something. Heats up the adhesive really well. You don't want to get it so hot that you know, maybe burn your paint or something, although I've never had that problem. But a hairdryer works great to heat things up. And once you're all done, then I use Goo Gone. I mean, you can use anything. Some people use wax, some people use just like a Windex cleaner or whatever. Goo Gone works really well for me. You put it on, you have to be patient because you do have to leave it sit on there for a little while for it to start to work and eat through that adhesive. But it does work really well. And the last thing is some kind of a cloth to get that Goo Gone and adhesive off. I find some kind of a towel with a little bit of texture to it works really well because that kind of grabs that adhesive. A rag like this that I use to just cut through doesn't really grab the adhesive very well, so it just kind of rolls on the paint, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to set you guys up in front of the badge over there, and we're going to take this thing off. Okay, here we go. And since it's been sitting out here in the sunlight, we're going to start with just fingernails. And again, you don't want to damage your paint, so you want to get just on the edge of the badge itself and pull a little bit and see what happens. See if it starts to come off. And I can already see some adhesive under there. Not too bad, but not really enough that I'm happy with it that way. So I am going to break out the hairdryer, and we are going to blow dry this a little bit. Blow dry it, and heat this up. So I'm going to do that next, and then when we come back on, we'll see about pulling this thing off. Okay, we've heated it up a bit. Let's break out the cloth I use here and see what happens. Again, you just need to work it around behind the letter and push it through. And I think I probably need to be where you guys are, but let's see. Okay. Slowly but surely. I'm going to put you guys over here on the other side. And I'm going to work from this side, I think. Again, you want the... Oh, yeah. Alright, that's pretty easy. Almost there. There you go. In a minute we'll take a look at this, and I do believe this is an overlay, but we'll find that out in a few minutes. First we're going to finish tackling this adhesive. And that means just kind of pulling off what you can gently. Trying not to scrape my fingernails against the paint too much. This stuff is very, very sticky. There, that takes off everything that you're going to get pretty much with your fingernail. And you notice you still have the V6 outline here, which is sticky. That's what we're going to use the Gooby Gone for. So we're going to put some Gooby Gone on there, leave it sit for a little bit, and come back and clean it all up. Okay, while that is doing its magic over here, I've coated this with Gooby Gone, so we're going to let that sit for a little bit and then we'll wipe it off. But while that's going on, we're going to try to settle the age-old question, is this just an overlay? And I can already tell you that indeed it is. You can see the chrome badge on the back, and you can see where the overlay here splits from the chrome badge. Hopefully that comes out. So indeed, this is an overlay. I don't know who they used, but they did a fantastic job. So I really have no reason to believe that the other badges on the truck, the Tacoma badges on the sides, are overlays as well. So for those of you who told me that they were, you guys were right. It does seem that this is an overlay. Okay, we've let that sit for probably about, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. And it's actually so hot out here that it has dried. So we're going to put a little fresh coat on and then work this stuff off. So I'm just going to dab it a little bit with a fresh coat. And then we're going to take it off a little bit more. Set this stuff down somewhere so I don't knock it over and spill it everywhere. Alright. Now I'm not sure how well it's going to come out in video, but with just a little bit of pressure, the adhesive is rolling off. You do have to turn your towel every once in a while, otherwise you're just smearing adhesive all over the place. There you guys can see it has started to come off. There you go. I think that's pretty good for this. Now I'm going to get some soapy water, spray on there, and then I'm going to put a real thin coat of wax over it, just to protect it a little bit. But as you can see, the adhesive is now gone. There. Okay, we are done. That took, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, something like that, total time. But let's take a look. You guys can see the rear of the truck there. I just think it's a much cleaner look without this V6 badge for some reason stuck over here. And you guys can see up close, the adhesive is gone. It's all nice and clean and waxed in that area. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here, show you guys how to do that. I know there's a million debadging videos out there, but this is my method. This is how I do it, and seems to work the best for me, at least the many times that I've done it. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.